Alright guys, today we have the Galaxy Buds 3 FE, which is the entry-level model in the Galaxy Buds 3 line. Thanks Zul, he unboxed it already, so we'll just pretend. Oh my god, it's the Galaxy Buds 3 FE! What else do we get in the box? Okay, you know what? Judging by Samsung's history, I don't think you get much accessories. This box is probably just documentation and all that, so we're just gonna put it aside. Okay, let's start with the design. So for the Galaxy Buds 3, the entire lineup, Samsung adopts this an AirPods-like design, which is basically the standard earbuds, which is a departure from how they used to look like. So this is the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, and it has like this bean-shaped design. So this is what Samsung calls their blade design. So when you put it in your ears, it's a normal shape like this, so it sticks out a bit more and comes down your ears. But the previous bean shape, it basically like just disappears into your ears. Okay, before we talk about sound quality, I'm going to tell you the price because that will impact your judgment. So this thing retails for 499 ringgit. This is the cheapest Galaxy Buds 3 you can get, the FE. But it's not the cheapest Galaxy Buds you can get. That is still the Galaxy Buds Core, which I think is around 200 ringgit, which is basically last year's bean-shaped Galaxy Buds FE with some slight upgrades. Since this is the cheaper model, you only get one driver in each earbud, unlike the two drivers you get in the other models, especially the Pro. But the drivers are larger compared to last year's FE model. Okay, so I have them connected to my Honor Magic 7 Pro. Yes, these things do support Samsung's proprietary codec, but I have listened to Samsung's proprietary codec using my Galaxy Buds 2 Pro on a Samsung Galaxy phone, and I can't tell the difference. So I'm going to be using Tidal for this sound test.
A few minutes later.
These sound really good. For 499 ringgit, these actually sound really good. But do they sound as good as Samsung's last year's flagship, the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro? No, they do not sound as good as the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. These are just more clearer, the audio is better separated. Now, as for the active noise cancellation, quite impressive actually. I tried them on earlier and they cut off the air conditioning noise, and when music is playing, you literally can't hear the outside world. Unlike the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro and also the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, these don't have Samsung's speech detect. So that's when if you start talking, the buds will automatically turn to transparency mode and reduce the volume so you can have a conversation. Then when you stop talking, they go back to ANC mode and increase the volume back, which means that when someone's talking to you, you have to deactivate it yourself. These do not come with touch controls. To activate it, you actually have to put some pressure to click the stem to activate the controls. Also feature 3 microphones, 3 on each earbud. So Samsung says that helps with call quality. These support Bluetooth 5.4. As for codecs, they support Samsung's SSC, which is Samsung Seamless Codec, AAC and SBC. They do not support Qualcomm aptX or even Bluetooth LE. And Bluetooth LE is not a hardware thing, it's a software thing. It's part of Bluetooth 5.4, so Samsung disabled it. The Galaxy Buds 2 Pro and also the Buds 3 Pro also support Bluetooth LE. The Honor Magic 7 Pro also has Bluetooth LE, so that's how I run the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. And they also don't have Qualcomm aptX, seeing how not all Samsung phones run on Qualcomm processor because some run Exynos, some run MediaTek. So I guess they didn't see a need to put Qualcomm aptX support on these buds. Other features include automatically switching between different Galaxy devices or even between your Samsung TV and Samsung devices. It's not the same as multi-point support. These do not support multi-point connection. Okay, right, battery life. With ANC, they run up to 6 hours of playback. With the case, it goes to another 24 hours. With ANC off, this can go up to 8.5 hours and an additional 30 hours with the charging case. The charging case itself charges using USB-C, but there's no wireless charging here, unlike the more premium Galaxy Buds 3. So only the buds are rated IP54, which means they are okay for dust and splash. Don't dunk them in water. So would I recommend these buds if you're shopping for an earbud under 500 ringgit? Yes, because even without a Galaxy device, they sound fantastic. If you are using the older Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, would I recommend you to upgrade from this to this. In terms of sound quality, no, it's not an upgrade. These still sound better. But if you don't like how the design of the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro are and you find this design more comfortable, then I wouldn't say upgrade. Maybe you can switch over. So yeah, that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye bye.